This is a famous quote by Bruce Lee. I'm sure you've heard this. Don't speak negatively about yourself, even as a joke. Your body doesn't know the difference. Words are energy and cast spells. That's why it's called spelling. Change the way you speak about yourself and you can change your life. What you're not changing, you're also choosing. So basically, change the way you speak about yourself and you can change your life. Now, why am I speaking about this, right? Why is this important to me? Why is this important to someone who's viewing me on YouTube or viewing my channel? Because you can't get anywhere, you can't move up in life, you can't become the person that you want to become if you think that you're not capable of doing that, or if you speak about yourself so negatively, or if you think so low of yourself. You are what you think about yourself. And the best way you can even learn this is a book called Psycho-Cybernetics. Like, one fascinating thing about this book is this: the person who wrote it, he's like a plastic surgeon, and he's like, I've noticed people change the way they think about themselves based off how they look now. The internal changes, which is very funny. So he's like, I can see a person who's like has this very weird looking face, and then, you know, he's a plastic surgeon, he fixes it all up, and then next thing you know, this person looks amazing, they look beautiful, and they start feeling better, they start feeling more confident in themselves, they start behaving and acting as if they're a person who now is a beautiful person, quote unquote. But it's like, why didn't you feel that way before? Well, because I didn't look like that. But it's like, you can still change the internal, and it has nothing to do with your external. But he's saying how people changed, how once I changed the outside of appearance of someone, it changed the inside appearance of themselves, which is very interesting to think about. Now, I'm not saying to go get plastic surgery or whatever. The point of this is that how you think of yourself matters more than what anyone else thinks of you or how they see you. It's basically, how do you see yourself? Now, why is this important? Because if you're trying to, I don't know, start a business, you're trying to make a lot of money, you're trying to become this top 1% high value man, how are you going to get there if you think that it's not possible for you to do that? How are you going to get there if you think that you're not the person who can do that? You have to believe. It's all about belief here. You have to believe in yourself. How you speak to yourself and how you speak about yourself really does matter. And this might not seem like a big deal to a lot of people, but it really has helped me, because you will behave as you think of yourself. So I will behave as if, you know, if I want to become this millionaire, you know, this YouTuber or whatever, I have to believe that it's possible. I have to believe that I have everything that it takes to actually become that, and I have to behave as if I'm already that person. And that's where the magic happens, is your actions, right? Because no change happens without actions, but you can't act on anything if you don't believe that it's possible. It starts from the mindset. You start by training yourself to speak about yourself or speak to yourself in a different way. You start by telling yourself that it is possible, that you are the person who can actually make this happen, and you start behaving as that. You start behaving as if you are that successful YouTuber, you are that lawyer, you are that doctor, you are that millionaire, that billionaire. You start behaving not in a like a cocky way, like, oh, you know, I'm this, you know, successful entrepreneur or whatever, but your identity is what matters. Your actions align with your identity. My identity is that I'm a whatever successful entrepreneur. Now you start acting like one. Now you get up every single day at 5 a.m. You work out, you work on your business as much as you can. You talk to people as if this has already happened, like you speak it into existence, right? These things people think that doesn't matter, but it really does. This is like a big factor to people's success, you know, and I'm starting to do it as well. So if I become successful in the future, you're gonna see like, damn, this shit worked out for him. Maybe it could work out for you. And instead of having to wait on me or anyone else to actually become successful, you can just join us and do it with us. It might work out for you because your identity is of a person who is that successful entrepreneur or that successful lawyer or doctor or whatever you plan on becoming, a successful NBA player, NFL player, coach, whatever. You're acting as if that's who you are. Like, this is who I am. Or like I said, with anything, you want to become this business person. I am a business owner. I am a CEO. You might not be one in the material world, right? But your mentality is of one. Mentally think of yourself as a person who is that. And that in turn will dictate every single action you take, every single step you take. Like I said, you start waking up at 5 a.m. You start doing things that a business person would do. You start doing things that an entrepreneur would do. Then you start thinking about, okay, what a successful NBA player do? Well, he would get his ass up and he would, you know, go to the gym, like Kobe talked about. He would go to the gym multiple times a day, and you would work your ass off to actually get better in basketball, right, or whatever sport you're trying to get better at. That's what a successful NBA player would do. So now you mimic that because you are a successful NBA player. You're an NBA player. That's your identity. So now you're going to do whatever an NBA player does. But if you view yourself as a person who's just a loser who can never actually become an NBA player, well, then you're going to do what a loser does. And what does a loser do? He doesn't go to the gym. He doesn't work hard. He doesn't practice. He doesn't train. He doesn't hit up the right people. He doesn't hit up the right coaches. And again, this will go with anything. I'm just giving you an example with NBA because I actually like watching basketball. This could be with anything. You start behaving as who you are. You start acting as if you are that person. And your identity really does matter. It really does shape the world around you, you know? So what changed for me is I look at myself as a YouTuber now. When I started, I was just like, I'm just a guy who wants to start YouTube, but I was like, maybe I should look at myself differently. So now I'm like, okay, I am a YouTuber. Of course, I'm gonna be recording videos, bro. I am a YouTuber. Of course, I'm gonna be editing. Of course, I'm gonna be, you know, posting videos and talking about these topics. And of course, I'm gonna be writing down ideas and, you know, talking about trying to bring other people onto my YouTube and all this stuff. And of course, looking at different ways to monetize my channel and stuff like this, because I am a YouTuber. That's who I am. Or I am a student. I'm a college student. Of course, I'm gonna be studying. That's your identity. I'm a business person. Of course, I'm gonna be looking at ways to make more money. Or of course, I'm gonna be, you know, talking to clients and coming up with new business strategies and, you know, ideas and stuff like that. Of course, I'm gonna be acting in this way because that's who I am. When you put yourself in this bubble, when you're like, this is who I am, I'm a person who's not A or B, you're never gonna act as if you should. But if you just open up your mind to this possibility that, okay, maybe I am. Maybe, you know, right now I'm not a successful entrepreneur, but maybe I am. And if I was a successful entrepreneur, how would I act? What would my day-to-day look like? Maybe I should just start living like that and behaving as if that's like my reality. And if you do that long enough, you're gonna be able to manifest freaking everything. I truly believe it.